the day that you go into work and that you see some kind of little border ahead stopping the road, you don't drive up to the border and say, well, that's it, I can't go to work now. You take a turn off and you go a different way until you physically get stopped. In 2012, I was first diagnosed with a brain tumour. Being northern, I thought it was fine and that I was just going a bit blind. But my girlfriend at the time made me go to the opticians, where I did a peripheral eye test and realised that I had tunnel vision. I later found out that the reason that I had tunnel vision was that the tumour had grown so large within my pituitary gland, it had begun to stretch the optic nerves and shut off my eyes, and I'd started to go blind. So I went to the National Hospital of Neurology and Neurosurgery in Queen Square, part of the NHS. An amazing place full of very talented and incredible people. Went through a number of MRIs and tests, and then they did keyhole surgery through my nose to remove my tumour. Since 2012, I've been monitored. I've been getting MRI scans every time. It took about 2 years for my surgeon, Miss Grieve, to turn around and tell me that she believes the tumour has started to grow again. So we've been monitoring. Yes, it's been growing and growing and growing. Brain tumours are not something that you are secured to be safe with. You're not secured anything. Here's benign, here's cancerous, and you don't just get one of the two. You get a block, and you could have cancerous cells and things. I was trying to explain this and say that last time, in 2012, I did have cancerous cells in there, but it was mainly benign. At the rate of its growth now, we believe there could be cancerous cells in there as well. We don't know. Living with a tumour is living with a ticking time bomb. You know that it's not going to go away. You know that it's not going to just disappear miraculously. You know that it's going to grow and it's going to become an issue. And you don't know whether it's cancerous, you don't know whether it's benign, you don't know anything until it's out. In my line of work, you don't know what the future holds anyway. So then when you don't know what the future holds in terms of what's in your head and what's going to come with that, I think that reaps mad amounts of anxiety. And also, you can feel it, like when it's coming up to checkup time every year, you can feel like you're like, oh yeah, it's definitely grown back this time. It's definitely a lot bigger this time. It's definitely time for surgery. And it is the anxiety of thinking all the time, this is it now. Life is about to stop and halt, and I've got to deal with this. It's pretty awful, to be honest. I'm being monitored by some of the best surgeons and in the world through our NHS service, and that's all I can hope for is good health and to keep it abide and that we don't have any major changes. The day that you go into work and that you see some kind of little border ahead stopping the road, you don't drive up to the border and say, well, that's it, I can't go to work now. You take a turn off and you go a different way until you physically get stopped. And I'll keep doing that every day until I go see my surgeon next, and depending on what she says, we'll sort it out then. But I think I spent too long worrying about the future and letting something affect my present that lives in the future, and we can't tell we don't know what the future's going to bring. So I think the best thing to do is to appreciate my everyday.